I have the 12-pointed star here to show you. This is the video shows how to make a 12-pointed star. Now, before we start, I would recommend that you use basswood, especially if it's your first attempt. And I used a 3-inch square. I would recommend nothing bigger than 1.5-inch square of basswood. And the 12-inch star is a little harder to do than the 8-inch star. So if you haven't done the 8-point star, I would recommend you do it first and just kind of get the hang of it before you do the 12-point star. I hope you like this video and find it useful. The first thing you do is start with a square of wood. You try to get it as perfectly square as you can. Then you start by marking the pattern on it. You draw from one point down to the other point, and then from this point down to the opposite point, and then you draw a line straight down the center and straight down the other center, and then you do the square by going from here to there, from here to there, and here to there, and here to there. The next thing you do is you remove 8 corners. I have taken an orange marker and colored in the corners to make it easy to show you what to remove. So you remove each of these 8 corners. I have removed the 8 corners, and to make it easier to follow what I'm doing, I have put a circle on the top with the orange marker and on the bottom with the orange marker. The next thing you do is with the top, you mark down from the edge of the square straight down the triangle, and you do that all 4 sides. You mark down from the square down the triangle, and you do it on the bottom as well, straight down. And after you get all 8 of those done, then you make a stop cut right here in the center. Make your stop cut, and then you carve this way straight down at an angle, and this way down at an angle till you remove that area. And you do that 4 times on the top and 4 times on the bottom. each one of these areas. So I've taken care of the top and the bottom. Now there is just 4 of these sides that still need done. So what you do is, since this is so big, it's 3 inches square, and for some reason this butternut is so hard it is not funny. I've used butternut before and it wasn't like this. So I'm only going to show a little bit on camera since it's so hard. But what you do is, usually you make a stop cut here, but since this is so big, I use the coping saw to make my stop cut. And you move that section, and then go like that. Of course, one reason it was really hard is I did the top and the bottom, and that was the end grain. This right now it doesn't seem as hard as it was, but still, it ain't no picnic. So you're not supposed to cut against yourself, but I've been working on this all day and I'm kind of tired of working on it, and confidentially that is the way I do it, even though you're not supposed to. I go with whichever way the grain's going, but you're not supposed to cut towards yourself. What you're doing is you're cutting down flush with this piece here. And I'm sorry about the neighbor weed eating in the background, but what can you do? So you cut back up to that line right there. Cut at an angle. And then like this line, you're removing that area right here. Well, I got that one removed right here. That's what you do. You cut it where it's flush with that. And then you remove all the other sections. Like here's one section. You do exactly the same thing. in this section and this one, and you repeat it for all 4 sides, and when you get that done, your star is finished. I'm afraid I made a mistake when I said that this is the way you remove all of the rest of the wood. It was the right way to do it, but only on these 4 points. And then after you do these 4 points, and you only have left 1 square on one side and a square left on the opposite side, there's a different way to remove it, which is actually much simpler. I'm sorry about the mix-up. So now I'll show you how to remove the rest of the wood. What you do is, right where you make your stop cut here in the center, you cut down at an angle like so, and then again at an angle on the other side, which is going against the grain, which is a lot harder to do. But you keep like so, and you occasionally keep making your stop cut, again deeper. When you're done, it'll line up with this right here, the end of that piece. It meets up with that. So it meets up like that. And then you keep doing that for the rest of these pieces, like this section and then the other side. I've now got this finished. I hope you like this video on how to make a 12-pointed star.